I've made my way down that bone rattling road again. I've had to go through and check the ute and make sure all the nuts and bolts are still where they're meant to be. And we've come out to the dam from the last video, dam number 2, where we got that beautiful big clean monster. Geez, he was a nice yabby, to see if we can get a proper feed of them. I've brought 5 traps with me today. I've got the fishing rod there, so we can see if we're going to get a fish. In the traps, we've just got a nice chunk of bullock liver. Couldn't ask for better bait. I didn't bring a lot with me. I only bought one little chunk for each trap, so hopefully they don't ravage it too much. But anyway, we won't waste any time. We'll get these traps in the water. So we'll get these traps in. Not going to go terribly deep with them. And I don't think I'll show you putting every single trap in. I'll race around and throw them in. That's trap number 5. I've come around here, there's a bit of an inlet. This is the last trap. I've been all the way around the dam to spread them right out. Seen this inlet here. We've got some old pipes in the water, absolutely perfect habitat. If there's going to be many monsters hanging around, I reckon they're probably hanging around these pipes. The time now is exactly 8:21. I reckon we'll give them 40 minutes. Exactly 9 o'clock, we'll give them a check. I don't want to leave them too long with that liver in there because they seem to hammer it fairly well and it lets out the smell really quickly, so within 40 minutes we'll have a check. And while we're waiting, we might go and throw a line in and see how we go. It's actually the next morning. I've got the yabbies that we got. We did get a few. I'm not going to give away too much just yet. I've got them in a tub at home in some clean water, clearing them out. We're going to cook them later. And what I'm trying to do is get a cod or a yellow belly to go with it, but I haven't been real successful yet. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for these fish to bite, they're not real hungry this morning. We might shoot back to the other day. I went up the hills and had a bit of a look around at a few spots. Had a pretty good morning. Nothing to write home about, but we'll go and check out the highlights of that. Well, it's about 5:30 in the morning. I'm just heading down the river to have a fish, and I'll just give you a bit of a look what just ran out in front of me. There was about 30 or 40 of these fellas, and he went straight under the tyre, that fella, and pretty well dropped him cold. And just looking at him, he'd have to be a good 50-60 kilo pig, and he was one of the smaller ones amongst them, so the bigger ones, they must have been pretty good sized pigs. Bit interesting though. We'll jump out and have a proper look at him. And I'm a bit sketchy because I don't know whether he's just knocked out or whether he's dead. He doesn't seem to be breathing. Look at the chompers on him. He's a fair lump of a pig, and in good condition too. It's a bit of a shame I didn't have a SQ of ice in it, or I'd probably butcher that fella. He'd be nice and tenderised anyway. But anyway, we'll keep going down the river, see if we can go and catch a fish. Oh, got you that time. Oh yeah, nice fish. What is it? Carp, I think. Yeah, it's only a carp. Oh, don't get me down there. You almost had me in the sticks. Not a very big one either. Oh. Got him that time. I'm trying not to be too noisy. Nice little carp for the morning. It's a start anyway. keep you on that time. Oh, and he's getting into the sticks. Don't get into the sticks. Get him out of the sticks. Come on, don't go in there. Back out there. He wants to go in there. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, not a bad fish. Putting up a fight. He doesn't want to come out of those sticks. He's got a nice colour to him. Oh, I've only got light line on this rod too, so I don't want to push him too hard. I have to get back around here to my net, and he's only just hooked. Come on. Oh, no, 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 you don't. No, you don't. Got a bit too much line out to net him yet. Come on. Got him. Oh God, he's got a bit of weight to him, that fish. Oh, what's that? Oh, God, he's not a bad fish, that one. Oh, it's another carp, is it? He's picked that up in a hurry. I think it's another carp, but I think I've got him foul hooked. Oh, no, 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 no. Not over there. He's going for the trees. Come on. And I haven't got my net ready. Get me net ready. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on. God, he's got a lot of fight for a little fish, this fish. Oh, and he's gone back into the stick. Come on, out of there. Come on. I'll bring him around here and try and net him straight away. Oh, he's gonna get tangled in me shrimp trap. Oh, got him. They got a bit of weight in them, these little carp. God, he had some fight. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot, and we really appreciate it. And check this out. I'll give you a look at something. Have a go at this Narrabri. It's absolutely just infested with all these little beetles. I don't know what they are. They don't seem to bite, but the place is just absolutely crawling with them. I'll give you a bit of perspective. So you see all this is all Narrabri, and the Narrabri is everywhere up the river. And I've gone for a walk along the river, and them bugs are just as thick everywhere you look. I don't know what they are, but they're absolutely infested the place. God, now that sun's come up, all them little bugs that I showed you earlier, they're all flying around. They're everywhere, like swarming. So I might pack up here now, and we're gonna head back and check the traps. It's exactly 9 o'clock now. They've been in for 40 minutes. I'll give you a look. I'll get around here so you can see it. Exactly 9 o'clock. So I'll give these traps a check and see how we go. Oh, there's something in there. Oh, look at that. Holy dooly. I thought that might have been the case. Holy moly hell. There is some real monsters in amongst that lot. God damn it. Let's get them out and have a look. Well, I'll just do it slowly. I'll try to do it slowly. Look at this fella. Absolute dinosaur. Check him out. We'll put him in the bucket. I'll only keep the biggest ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I'll let go. But even these ones that I'm going to let go, they're not small yabbies. There's another beautiful big clean fella there. Holy moly. I think we found the dam of monsters that we were looking for. And we did get 2 little spangled perch in here, so there are spanglies in here. I'll get them straight back into the water. And there's another massive one in here. I'll get them down close to the water. Look at this, another dinosaur. I wasn't too sure whether that big one was a fluke when we come here last time, but obviously not. There was 3 or 4 really big fellas in there. Some of the biggest yabbies I've seen. Got trap number 2. It seems a lot shallower on this end. Holy Jesus! And another load for 40 minutes. I'll tell you what. And they're not one small one in amongst them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 really nice yabbies. There's no real monsters in amongst them like that last trap. That last trap had 3 or 4 really monsters. That's a decent sized yabbie in anyone's books. Look at the size of the tail on him. Absolutely beautiful. I don't want to keep them all. I'll just let them out slowly again. We'll have a look. That big fella there I want to keep. Beautiful clean yabbie. There's 2 big fellas in here actually. Have a look at this big fella. He's a bit muddy and slimy and black looking, so I'm going to let him go. And his mate here is not so lucky. He's nice and clean. Beautiful big tail on him. I'll put him in the pot. Got trap number 3 coming in now. And again, holy hell, they busted me net apart. And again, full of absolute monsters. Have a look at that for a specimen. Absolutely beautiful. I'll get him in the sun. There's 3 monsters there, and I'm just going to let them go. Have a go at that for an absolutely beautiful specimen of a yabbie. Look at the nippers on him. And unfortunately for him, he looks too good to let go. The one I want to get out is this big fella here that's wedged himself up into the corner. Another absolute beautiful specimen. But I'm going to let him go. But have a go at that. Have a go at the size of that for a nipper, would ya? I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera. That's an absolute dinosaur of a nipper. He must have put all his growth into one nipper. And unfortunately, Mr. Big Nipper's coming home with me. Look at the size of it. Absolute monster. Trap number 4. And again, it seems a lot shallower on these ends. It didn't make any difference on the yabbies though. What I'm going to do is tip these out and get these little fish back. So we end up getting 6 little spangled perch out of that trap. Nothing of any size though. They're way too small, these fellas. And look at what bait's left in this trap. They've just absolutely ravaged it. I'm going to get this big fella out because he's going to come home with me. So I've got trap number 5 coming in here now. And I reckon this is probably the better looking spot, but I've been deceived before. It is definitely a bit deeper there. Well, in saying that, there's probably more yabbies in here, but not as big. There's a few nice ones. I'll get them out here and have a look. All them ones can go back. There's that big fella there that's going to come out first. Yep. There's 2 there actually. I'm going to keep both of them. Here's another nice one. I want to get to this fella before he gets back. I want to keep him because look at the beautiful big claw on him. And he's really clean. I've made it back home and I just thought it was well worth checking out these yabbies. Absolute beauties. End up keeping 14. Where's our big fella? That's the one with the big nipper. He's going straight in the pot. Not very often you get a good haul of good fellas like that. I'll get these into a bucket and put them in the freezer and we'll go and cook some up. And they look pretty well done to me. They've been boiling away there for a good 7 or 8 minutes. We've got these tails all peeled and ready to go. What I'm going to do is just powder them with a bit of plain flour. That's plain flour. Just a quick rundown. I said just to Google it, but it's just basically a full can of beer, self-raising flour, a little bit of bicarb soda. I would like to put a bit of probably curry seasoning in there, but I don't have any at the moment. And I do like my batter pretty thin, so just a thin smattering. And that's perfect temperature. You want it fairly hot. I'll get these done pretty quick. And because I've only got a pretty small saucepan of oil, I'm just going to keep flipping them around. And they literally only take a couple of minutes. So I guess we better have a hunt around and see if we can find something to have with our yabbies. A couple of them will do. It's not the prettiest looking garden. Don't crucify me on it. What else do we want? Don't want them today. Might even take that little cucumber. That little cucumber there will do. I really got to get out and pick these cucumbers, I think. And I think I actually might have just outdone myself and cooked the best feed that I've ever cooked again. Have a go at it. Absolutely delicious. It looks absolutely delicious anyway. I've obviously got more yabbies there. I've just put 2 on here because my plate's not big enough. And these tails, beer battered tails, they come up absolutely. Can you hear that? That batter's just beautiful, light and fluffy. Perfectly cooked inside. I'm using my hands here. I'll sit you back there a bit where you can see. I've got some tomatoes, cucumber, straight from the garden. I only just picked them an hour ago. Well, not even an hour ago, half hour ago. I've got some nippers here. I did have a couple peeled, but I couldn't help myself and I ate them. I'm getting into these nippers, but these beer battered tails. And they're big. They look like fair chunks there, and very little of that is actual batter. The batter's really crispy. It's mostly meat. Look, mostly meat. The batter's really thin. A bit of rice there underneath to fill me up. Anyway, I'd call that a successful mission. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and we'll catch you on the next one.